going on, y'all? It's Eli here at Music City Indian. Super excited. I get to work on my really good friend's bike. We're gonna do some really cool stuff to this bike here today. Here's a whole bunch of parts laid out in front of me. Some of you may recognize this. This is the Hart Luck Dash kit. So this is really gonna clean up this bike, give us that awesome T-bar setup that we love here so much, as well as the homie decided to go with these handlebars, which have super clean welds on them and are really gonna stand out against the black background on the rest of the bike. Go ahead, give us a call, reach out to Jeff, bring your bike down, we'll get you all the cool stuff as well. So we're gonna start tearing the bike down. Gonna take a whole bunch of stuff off of it, tank, seat, fairing, handlebars. This entire top dash is all gonna come off. And you're gonna get to see all the stuff that goes on in here and all the stuff that we do to put this together. So when you go to remove your Challenger tank, one of the things that you're gonna want to watch out for is, first, you're gonna need to remove these 6mm bolts at the back of the tank, but they're a little long-winded here. So once you get those out, now for the fun part, and this is the part you wanna be careful with, when you go to remove this center console, there's not a whole lot of room right here. So something that's very helpful is to slide the tank back just about an inch. Inch goes a long way. Go ahead and grab this center console, lift up from the back, and just very gently kind of come forward with it. And that avoids scratching your gas tank or your fill port, which is also a bad day because these are not fun to replace. Don't do that. Another little tip here, there's 2 little bushings at the back of this. Keep your hands on those when you lift the tank up, because when these disappear into Neverland, they're not magnetic, so good luck. Huh? A downer? No, I'm just encouraging people not to do this shit at home. Continuing on with disassembly, as you can see, we got the tank off, we got the fairing off. Next up, down into the parts we actually want to replace, we're gonna go ahead and disassemble the handlebars, the windshield, this entire top dash, the ride command screen, the gauges, basically everything from here up. You're gonna see us disassemble that, get it set off to the side so we can go back together with all the cool stuff. My cat, Hamlet, is the newest one. Me and my wife have 6 cats now. So when I'm not playing with motorcycles, I go home and have 6 cats to entertain. It's quite fun. Wes, if you're watching this, this is the point you're gonna wanna look away. Now that we got almost everything off, we got the ride command screen out, the gauges out, obviously the entire top dash out. Here's your original gauge and ride command bracket. Yay! We don't need that anymore. Oh. We're going on with new stuff. And that is the handlebars removed and disassembled from the motorcycle so we can start going back together with having 6 cats. I've earned myself a new nickname from our sales guys. They call me Cat Daddy. So if you want Cat Daddy to work on your motorcycle, give us a call. Come see us at Music City, Indian. I got you. So that completes our teardown and disassembly of all of the stock parts. What we're gonna do next is, on this table here, I'm gonna pre-assemble the pullback plate, the risers, the bars, the switch cubes, the wiring harness, hand controls. All of those things will be built over here, so when we're ready to go back to the bike, it all goes over as one piece, we bolt it on, and then we'll finish up with the dash kit. So when you decide to do your dash kit from Hart Luck Parts here, the other thing that you're gonna have to pick out, and you're gonna have a lot of options, is the pullback plate, the risers, the handlebars. As you saw, we're doing raw welded handlebars on this one. So these are gonna be the risers. These ones, Arlen Ness. Arlen Ness. So we're gonna get these opened up and have a look, and we're gonna see if my buddy has good taste in risers, and I would say he does, because look at that. That's clean. So he definitely made a good choice in the risers here. These are gonna look really nice on this motorcycle. So what we have here, so this is the pullback plate. This is what's actually gonna give us the clearance so that the handlebars can come up. And then we're gonna set the risers on top of this pullback plate like this. You're starting to see how it goes together here.
Like that.
I do be forgetting things. Now the torque spec on these is German. Guten Tag. There are torque specs on all of these things, and this here is a torque wrench. Please use one, otherwise you're gonna have to come see me and pay me more money to fix it than you would have if you just let us do it the first time. Don't do it. Now this is the fun part of doing handlebars. This is also referred to as playing pool with a rope. So now, while we're getting everything mocked up, what we've gone ahead and done is removed the rubber OEM handlebar bushings, riser bushings. So this goes through your top triple tree. These are rubber mounted. What we're gonna replace them with is the solid bushings from SBC. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna remove any of that wiggle that you can feel in your handlebars by making it one solid piece. With that, once we get everything mocked up, if you notice there are no holes drilled in these handlebars here for the Indian switch cubes. So what we're gonna do, mock everything up, get it set how we want, set the switch cubes up where they're nice and flat, facing towards us where we like, and we're gonna drill the holes in those bars so that we can finish putting everything together here. So this is some of the more fun parts of doing custom builds. It takes a couple attempts to get everything set in a way that's going to be really comfortable for the end consumer here, because we want to make sure that once we do this and we start drilling holes and actually torquing everything down, it's in a position that the rider's going to be comfortable with. Thankfully, my buddy is about the same size as I am, so if it's comfortable for me, hopefully it's going to be comfortable for him, and if not, we'll change it when he gets here. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting the throttle and everything in place so that I know where the switch cubes are going to need to actually sit once I get everything built. So everything's going to sit right about here. So now I can make my marks and actually drill these handlebars out so that they fit. So what we're doing here, you're good, sir. So what we're doing now, what you just saw with us marking, is because this bike has heated grips, we need to actually rotate the in-bar throttle control so that the heated grip wires and everything come out and line up properly with the switch cube, so that way we maintain functionality of the switch cubes and make sure we don't have any safety issues with the grip binding up or anything like that. So what we're gonna do here is remove this, and you're gonna get to see me make some sparks, because I am gonna cut these handlebars new grooves in them so that we can put the throttle control in the orientation that we want it set in. So what we're gonna do now, right, we got the throttle set how we want it, we got the heated grips how we want it. So what I'm gonna do, put just a little bit of this red grease here on the pin that actually goes into the handlebar. I'll show you here. So what I'm doing is listening to Joey holler is what I'm doing. So I want these switch cubes right about there. So I'm just gonna press that against the handlebar. And if I did my job right, we have a nice little grease mark. So that's gonna be where I'm gonna drill the hole for these switch cubes to go on there so that they sit where we want them to. Do yourself a favor and remove the wiring that is sitting directly behind where you're about to drill a hole. These are not drill proof, and they are not cheap, and they're not fun to replace either. So take this out before you drill a hole. Beautiful, beautiful, just like that. And like I mentioned before, right, we want to keep in our minds the functionality of the bike as it's going down the road. So if you look, throttle moves nice and cleanly. We have no catching, nothing that it shouldn't be doing. So we have a good feeling about this going down the road, that this is going to be safe and function as it's supposed to, and it's not going to bind up, leave you wide open throttle trying to come up to a stoplight. So we got the handlebars in, everything mocked up there. That looks good. Next, we got to start going back together and building the actual dash kit here. So one of the first steps to doing that, which this is usually the part where people start to get a little nervous, is I am going to take the OEM harness here, right? And so here's your OEM plugs. This is what goes into your Speedo on this side. And I'm gonna do something a little nerve-wracking here for you. I'm gonna cut the chassis harness. I'm gonna take the factory plugs off of this chassis harness, and I'm just gonna cut them right off. Now we can go back with some cooler stuff here. All right, so that is gonna wrap up the Speedo side as far as extending this harness on the Speedo side. The last thing I'm gonna do here, just to protect this little bit of exposed wire here, is put something around there called Tessa tape. Thank you, Brandon at Davidson Audio, for teaching me what this stuff was, because I use it almost every day now. And after I get this finished taped up here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move over to the other side here, which would be the tack. I'm gonna get that all soldered up, and then we're gonna start putting some hard parts back on this and actually put the gauges up in place, run the wires down, plug everything in. These are gonna come down through here, plug up, you know, into the gauges, which are gonna sit up here. We'll get everything secured up out of the way. Give us just a little bit and we should have a finished product here before too long to show you. Back over here to the table. Handlebars are all wired up. The wiring extensions for the gauges are set and good to go. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take these gauges here, I'm gonna get them all set into this new gauge relocation. Get all the little screws put in the back of them so they sit here. We'll put nice gloss black trim rings around here so they look pretty, go with the overall look of the bike. And then we'll start moving stuff over to the bike and actually getting it set in place. A little bit of soapy water goes a long way for sliding these rubber boots in there. Saves a whole lot of grunting, and it prevents me from having to go get an angry old gorilla and make him do this. Just like such. So now all we're gonna do is flip it over. What we'll do here is this little bag of screws and assorted hardware here. What we're gonna do, I'll get it out. These little screws here are what's gonna actually hold. These are what's gonna actually hold the gauges into that housing. Alrighty, so we got the bars on there. We got the gauge relocation on here. So here's our new gauge relocation, right? So we get that on there. Next up, we're gonna put the top dash back on and actually start rebuilding the ride command screen and everything up top here as we go. All right, so top dash is back on. Gonna set this in there, make sure that we're good on all of our wiring and everything. I'm actually gonna hook up our wiring as well as we go here, so that way I can kind of get the final touches on what we're working on here. Do a little bit of cable management. Try and make this look nice and pretty. At least that is always the hope. So putting this on, this is gonna be pretty much the last component of the actual dash kit here. Everything else that we're gonna put back on is gonna be Indian stuff, the fairing, the tank, hook the hand controls back up, things like that. So pretty much wraps up a Hart Luck Dash kit install, the gauge relocation with the T-bars. A couple things we'll go back through as I go through the bike, making sure I have my wires tied up out of the way, make it look nice and pretty, and just do some final adjustments, a couple tweaks to things here and there, and then wipe it down, take it for a test ride, and call the homie and tell him to come get it. So that wraps up the Hart Luck Dash kit install on this 2025 Challenger 112 for my buddy here. Came out absolutely fantastic, super clean setup here. Those handlebars really look good with the contrast against the all black motorcycle, so that was a really good choice on these welded bars here. Can't say enough good things about this kit, the way it's packaged, how it fits, how it looks, especially how it handles. If you want one for your bike, come see us at Music City Indian, give Jeff a call, and come let Cat Daddy put these on your bike for you. Y'all have a good one.